Good evening. Welcome to Einstein Education Channel. This is Ravinder Singh. In the previous class, we discussed about the introduction of psychology, methods of education psychology, and the branches of psychology. So today we are going to discuss about the unit 1, that is development of the learner or learner's development. So before we are going to know about the learner's development or development of the learner, first of all we have to know the human developmental cycle. This is a very important chapter also. Why? Because this chapter reveals about the growth, development, difference between growth and development, and various developmental stages like Elizabeth Hurlock, and also different dimensions of developments like cognitive development, physical development, affective development, social development, moral development, etc. At the same time, different developmental stages like infancy stage, early childhood stage, post childhood stage, adolescent stage, middle age, and old age. So, if we see the human development cycle, the human development cycle started with the unicellular cell. After conception, the zygote will be formed. So, in generally, in after child before the child birth, the head will comes first and then the legs. But in abnormal conditions, the legs will come first and then head. So this is known as breech births. Breech births are common in human beings. So at the time of the child growing in the mother's womb, the child needs the air and food. So the child has to adjust in the mother's womb. And after childbirth, the child has to adjust in the external world, external environment. So that means there is a two types of environments are there, like prenatal environment and postnatal environment. Prenatal environment is nothing but the environment before the childbirth is known as prenatal environment. The environment after the childbirth is known as postnatal environment. So, and next coming to the meaning of the growth and meaning of the development. And growth and development, if we see these two words, both words are synonymous, but the meaning is different. Growth is a physical one. Growth is a physical one, or growth is a physical change or physiological change. And growth is nothing but it is a quantitative change. Quantitative change. And whereas development, if we see the development is a continuous process. Development is nothing but it is a quantitative change. Qualitative change. And growth is physical one, and development is a physical, social, emotional, moral aspects. So growth is a temporary process, whereas development is a continuous process. Development is examples like physical development, cognitive development, affective development, social development, and moral development aspects. So growth can be measurable, whereas development cannot be measurable. Development can be predictable. Development is predictable and growth is measurable. Growth cannot be Development cannot be measured. So that is the major difference between growth and development. And that means growth is a physical change or physiological change, is a quantitative change, and development is a qualitative change. Development occurs in internal growth occurs in internal organs also, like digestive system, excretory system, respiratory system, etc. The development is only in internal process, like various developments like physical, cognitive, affective, social, moral. So development is a cumulative. Development is a cumulative. So the development, if the development proceeds from head to tail, this is known as cephalocaudal direction. If the development proceeds from uh, center parts to other organs, is known as proximo-distal direction. Cephalocaudal direction and proximo-distal direction. So this is the major difference between the growth and development. Growth can be measurable, development cannot be measurable. Growth is a temporary process, whereas development is a continuous process. Growth is a physical one, like weight and height. So whereas development is a continuous process. It's not a temporary one. Development cannot be measured and development will be predictable. So what are the developments are there? If we go through the developments, majorly physical development, cognitive development, affective development, and social development. After childbirth, the child has to adjust in the mother's womb, and afterwards at home, at school, in the society. So everywhere the child has to adjust. So physical development plays a vital role in the human development. Why? Because if a child is having the good physical health, then he possess a good mental health. And if he possesses the good mental health, then he will definitely is a good social moving and good social maturity. So if the child is having good social maturity and good social development, then he will definitely have the emotional maturity. So physical development is the main base for the all developments. So that's why physical development plays a vital role in the human development process. So, and next one, cognitive development. Cognitive development is nothing but um, the thinking, reasoning, attention, retention, memory, etc. is known as cognitive development. The development in thinking, reasoning, imagination, perception, attention, retention, memory is known as cognitive development. Cognitive development also very important aspect. Next one, social development. Social development plays a vital role. Man is a social animal. Aristotle says that man is a social animal. So without social moving, there is no life. So that's why man is a social animal. After the childbirth, the child has to adjust at home, at school, in the society. That's why everywhere he has to um, play a vital role. Social development plays a vital role. So it is very important aspect in human life. So without the social moving, man could not survive in the society. That's why it's a very important aspect. Why? Because in adolescent stage also social development plays a vital role. So they are forming the groups also. In the adolescent stage, the children who are forming the same age, they are forming the groups with the same age group children. So that's why man cannot do anything alone. He has to move in the group. He has to mingle with the group, mingle with the family, society. Wherever he works, he has to adjust. So it's very very important aspect in the human development. That's why social development also plays a vital role in the society. And next, moral development. Moral development is also very very important. Moral development is nothing but what is right and what is wrong, and what is good and what is bad. That is known as moral development. That is also very very important. Moral development also plays a vital role in the human development, because if he knows the moral values and moral development, so his life will be very smooth. You don't have the moral values and moral development, so it is the he is in the problematic situation. So that's why more nowadays moral values, ethics, plays a vital role in our society. So the child has to train in the moral values also. So whenever a person in a problematic situation, he has to help him. So we have to learn the child regarding the moral values and ethics. So that is also very very important in the among the children. Next, um, effective development. Effective development is nothing but attitudes, aptitudes, interests, etc. That is known as effective development. Attitude is nothing but it is a response towards a particular situation, particular person, particular thing, particular institution, etc. is known as uh, attitudes. And aptitude is nothing but it is an interest towards a particular subject. So needs also very very important. In this particular topic, we learn about the Maslow hierarchy of needs theory. In the cognitive development, we learned about the Piaget theory of cognitive development, and Maslow hierarchy of needs theory under needs theory, effective development. So under moral development, we learned about the Kohlberg's moral development theory. So, what are those theories that we will discuss in the next chapter? Please see that all these topics are very very important for the TET examination as well as the CTET examination and other competitive examinations. Also, this is very very important. That's why you have to concentrate well on this chapter. Particularly those who wish to write the competitive examination, they must concentrate this chapter, because every concept is very very important. So after concluding, my request to everyone is, please subscribe my channel and share and comment. Whenever is there any you have any doubt, you just comment in the comment box, and I will reply whatever the doubts you are having. And